changes between Griffin and any other team in League of Legends.
And Chovy's a fantastic laner. Tarzan's a great jungler, but it's the combos, right? We know that it's all about the duos. But Griffin have tripped, and it is the rosters that most recently played. So on the side of KT Rolster, Smeb keeps his time out of the roster. Score returns once again, and Kingen will be playing. So let's see if the unhit cannon is still the Invoke top laner.
On the other side of the rift, on our red side, it will be Griffin, a team stumbling, and a team that had such high expectations since their inception in the LCK. But that's Doran. That is not going to be Sword, our KDA leader in the top lane at the moment. Wow, now we're still
having
guessing
the Silas chase is, we're going to have to wait for the final decisions here. It's going to be a lot of 20 seconds shenanigans. You're going to imagine Griffin have so much poke on their side. A lot of ranged poke, and then a Jarvan to try to, I guess, engage, because it's not like Jarvan has great disengage options, can ult in and EQ out, but not quite the Sejuani or Trundle in this scenario.
Pesky Nico off his back and is unable to do so. Tarzan just going to move on in, though. The snare doesn't land. The flash a little bit late. The Umbral Dash is there, though, and Kingen is going to survive.
Feels like a very nice no button there. Just glides out like he's shouting coward QSS bot lane from Griffin. As that's a fast score pick.
Yeah, Score is booking it, but the snare is going to be good this time around. The flash in, though. The Impale is going to land, and Doran, he's going to get the Pop Blossom out there. Will he have the Shape Splitter? I don't know whether he will, but I don't think it matters. The teleport comes down. Flash in from Tarzan. Knock-up avoided from Score, but the death is not. First Blood goes to Griffin, but now it's a hijacked Pop Blossom, and BDD answers back. Great knock-up there from King, and now is Chovy down to 200. We are going to get Tarzan flagged and dragged out of there, but KT, they do come up with the answer.
Super interesting extended skirmish where by the end you could feel the difference in a losing lanes, and you could argue, they're confident about how strong they're going to be with certain items. That's fine. There's Tarzan. Not going to be able to get. In fact, Tarzan's going in for now.
Going to be able to get the knock-up. It's going to be an immediate stopwatch there from Score as Pop Blossom in the backline doesn't really do anything. Tarzan puts Score in the baby cage, but he gets himself out. Ebb and Flow was very close to picking up the kill. Speaking of which, Viper snipes him with the True Shot Barrage. The only kill of the fight, but so many people there, and a lot of summoners now down on the side of KT. So this was actually closer to Damper, Puppets. You had Damper before, as King has gone for the 1v1. Yeah, Doran in trouble, does land the snare as Shape Splitter comes out. The knock-up's going to land, but it's the wrong one. Kingen rolled the dice, and they did not come up the right way as Score has discovered the pesky Nico. Flashes to get over the wall, but Score, you can't juke him. And he's going to be able to pick up that kill. Tidal Wave lands onto only Snowflower, but he gets himself to safety as the rest of KT turn up into this mid lane. A win for KT Rolster at this stage of the game.
Yeah, every time they had that, they keep having that, and now KT say maybe we can pick someone.
Yeah, Score really is the predator right now as Tarzan's flagging and dragging. He's trying to get himself out of there, and he was the target in mind. No QSS on the Jarvan and a fair bit of damage availability, but now some big buttons on cooldown for KT. Snowflower might just get routed here, may need to flash. He's going to put on the thick skin, but I don't know whether it's going to be enough. The flash happens, but it's very, very late as the Cataclysm is now utilized. Tarzan goes down low, but he's so incredibly tanky. The auto attacks are finally in there. BDD able to dodge his way out. How did Tarzan live for so damn long, and how did no one on KT?
How long it takes KT to react? Here comes Score.
Yep, teleport comes in, exactly, and that ward is not spotted. Tidal Wave comes in, BDD with the Cataclysm. The Baron is taken by Griffin, but now can KT actually win the fight? Redemption comes in. Tarzan eventually falls down as Prey's doing a lot of damage, but doesn't have a lot of mana, doesn't have a lot of health. It's a double kill so far, though, and now Chovy in trouble. The Devour comes in. Prey does have a blue buff, so can get some of that mana and health back. The Honey Fruit is eaten, but Griffin, 3 Barons still alive. They suffered 2 deaths, and they actually have routed KT. Their health bars are so damn low as Prey now trying to take the fight into his own hands. Kingen misses the knock-up, unfortunately. And Viper, Mercurial Scimitar utilized. Mystic Shot not going to land. He's hit this one before, but this time not going to be enough. Needs the help of Chovy, who dashes on over. Taking too long to win, but now, with KT coming off a win, Griffin certainly not. Here's a different story as Kingen fishes for the knock-up, doesn't get it. Tarzan now in for the flank. Tidal Wave is in, the double knock-ups are good there as Kingen able to get the World Ender down, keeping himself alive now as Cataclysm onto 4 members is just huge from Tarzan, and the AoE damage from Griffin is too much. Prey is dead mid-devour, and the Tahm Kench will, of course, follow Kingen. Flashes to get himself out of their True Shot barrage, just to add insult to injury. And Griffin will just knock on the front door, take it down, and win the game.
Took 37 minutes, but that engaged what Griffin had been searching for all game. Tarzan on a control ward gets the huge Cataclysm direct and diving for that further kill. They'll take down Kingen. Lahen's going to be fine. He's going to visit the KT spawning pool and enjoy it for what it is. Griffin get the victory, but it was labored chances to fully utilize the cool arsenal of weapons they were able to put together. Yes, they won, but for Griffin, who we've always had high standards for ever since they redefined what a rookie team jumping to LCK can be 1 year ago, this was still a victory that doesn't announce that they're
for what KT was trying to do, and then it's like, avoid a team fight, have a QSS on our carries, and we'll be totally fine. Next time around, I want to see whether KT can actually bring it to Griffin and create some laning phases for themselves.
The nerf? We are.
We are? Okay.
I'm very surprised to see Silas jungle here after losing the shield. It means your first clear is going to be very unhealthy, you'd have to assume. Does have a bit more damage overall, and okay, we are pulling off a pretty surprise choice here. We had just assumed that the three-way flex was dead. KT gonna try and keep
Actually had the guy serving me my lunch today started speaking English and I wasn't expecting it and had no idea what he was talking about.
There you go.
And then he repeated a very comfortable sentence in almost first language English and I was like, oh, more than anything
I've
else.
played with you a lot in the past. I keep it in the past because you
No, look, I am very good at having fun and you need to be very good at having fun as well, not involving too much winning.
That's apparently the god of the jungle Tarzan. It looks kind of like Bob Ross Tarzan.
Oh wait, but his
inroads
arms
on the CSing. And speaking of inroads, BDD is on an adventure.
Yep, Realm Warp is going to be utilized. The flash to immediately follow, gets himself the stun, and you can throw out as many Vanguard's edges as you want. You are dead, my friend. First blood goes to KT.
And Rise having the ability to push early does mean he can roam. What I'm trying to say is now you actually have to hit both sides in order.
Oh no, speaking of hitting things.
Yeah. Okay, that happens.
That Viper didn't need to hit him with that one. That's targeted.
KT-controlled jungle. Doran walks up.
Yeah, they're going to be able to find it. That's another snare. A lot of damage now onto Doran, who once again throws out the ultimate, but it's answered by Score, who stole his. And his looks to be better. Brings himself up some rockets.
That's why Score was hanging around mid lane, wanted to be aware for the potential interrupt on one of these dives. Yeah. They have to share it, so Tarzan and Chovy pick up 50-50.
But the fact that she managed to get any at all is pretty impressive as the plates fall down in one. Great Drakes for taking down a Baron, and a Mountain's going to be coming up in 15 seconds as BDD gets himself into the Realm Warp and gets himself comfortably out after dodging Tarzan's ultimate. True Shot barrage over 2. Double Cullings coming in as Score is going to tank up the ultimate from Doran. King and trying to CC them up, but it's the 2 kills already for Griffin, and Doran goes into his stopwatch to stop himself from dying. Score not going to be so lucky, as now the mid lane outer turret will suffer the same fate after 3-0 going in favor of Griffin.
Feels like the pivotal play of the game. Doran gets backline access, meanwhile King can only respond, and look how much immediate gold is injected to the coffers of Griffin.
And BDD so beautifully made it out of that play, but then KT got a little bit greedy and decided to go for a fight afterwards, and that cost them the inhibitor.
They're going to go for the win.
Yeah, BDD once again is going to just get jumped on and taken down. The amount of damage here from Griffin is gigantic. Inhibitor falls, and all of a sudden
away at a minion wave, build up the rage, and then kill people. And now side lane, Cannon's going to find multiple baddies.
Yep, slicing Maelstrom. The flash is going to come in. Permafrost, though, and there is a very dead Kenny as BDD. Realm Warp has to be utilized once again, but they immediately about face. And now BDD doesn't have the tankiness that he'd otherwise have, and a double kill goes over to Viper. KT have fallen apart.
That's the only way to put it. The communications when Griffin turns on the aggression that we've been demanding all series here. But we are both thinking, yeah, they do have some tools if they could use them well. Decided that hasn't happened, and BDD taking so much damage.
And even Prey hit by the final spark there as Viper underneath the turret. Snowflower has to eat the Grey health. More dancing forward from Viper, and he's able to take down the Tahm Kench. They're going to give up taking this inhibitor turret because they just want to win the game. Griffin, so much damage available, and now no Tahm Kench to save anyone's life. First Nexus turret falls. Griffin not wanting to go overly aggressive as the minion wave is going to run out, and they have an inhibitor they can take on the bottom side. still throwing out poke after poke. Griffin Viper diving forward. BDD below half. Kingin just getting poked by all of these spells flying forward. The rockets from Chovy are so dangerous. Another minion wave and a true shot barrage that has been dodged. A dead Nexus turret. Final spark is landed. It's prey hit once again by one of these ultimates. Vanguard's Edge comes forward as Doran is going to try and take on King, and he's not going to be able to get the work done, but he was just buying time as the Nexus falls down. A 2-0 from Griffin as they try and turn around the second round robin.
No big smiles, but a 2-0 they needed to end their longest match-losing streak since they joined the LCK. It wasn't panic stages. There was no 114 will mean for the meta, but in game number 2, they at least had some bangs out. We saw a rabbit corgi by the end of game number 2. Still work to be done, but a 2-0 victory means some welcome respite from the free fall that Griffin was on.
And also, they're the ones that pulled out the Nami, that tried some different things.